It's officially 2026, and if you're a soccer player, this can be the year where you actually start to see results, you see progress, you get more minutes in game, or you make that team that you've been trying to make for years. Or it can just be another year like 2025. Every January, players tell themselves the same things. I'll try more, I'll work harder, or this is my year. But I've coached 1,000 players, and most resolutions and goals don't fail because players aren't motivated. They fail because they're too vague, unrealistic, or they're just focused on the wrong things. So in this video, I'm going to break down the exact resolutions that I would give to any soccer player, ones that will actually allow you to see improvement. But before we start, go ahead and comment down below. I want to know what level soccer player you are. Do you play youth soccer in a rec league? Are you a club player? Are you playing high school? Are you playing in college? What league you're playing in? Go ahead and let me know. Now let's dive in. Resolution number 1, stop chasing more, start chasing better. The biggest mistake that I see is players going into a new year thinking I need to do more. I need more sessions, more drills, more hours, more training. But improvement doesn't just come from volume, it comes from quality. If you're putting 1,000 reps in, but you're not focusing on the right things, you don't have the right intention, it's not game-like, you're not going to see improvement. Whereas if you do 50 quality reps, you're going to see so much more improvement. Unfortunately, most players simply repeat the same drills that they're already good at. Same intensity, same mistakes, same habits, just doing what they like to do. And that training becomes comfortable rather than challenging. But ask yourself, if you train the same way in 2025 all year and nothing changed, why would doing the same thing in 2026 change anything? So your resolution and your goal this year needs to be every session has a purpose. And this purpose can vary based off of where you are in your playing career, how old you are, what level you are, what team you play on. It can be one specific technical focus per session, one weakness that you're targeting to improve, or one measurable outcome such as finishing, tackling, or pass success rate. Because doing something better beats doing something more every single time. Now, if this video already sounds different than the advice you typically hear, go ahead and drop a like and it'll help other players hear the same advice that's going to help you. Now, moving on to resolution number 2, build a strong foundation, not just a highlight reel. Now this one kills me. Social media has completely warped and changed players' minds of what high-level soccer looks like. Everyone wants highlights, the nutmegs, the long shots, the fancy moves. But high-level coaches do not recruit highlights, they recruit reliability, among other things. And here's what that strong foundation should look like. Solid first touch under pressure, being able to complete simple passes on your weak foot, improving your decision-making speed, and being more secure with the ball. In my experience as a coach, the best players that I've coached were not the flashiest players. They were the ones that didn't let their team down. They didn't put their team in a bad position to get hurt. So approach 2026 with the aim and the goal of becoming solid, not spectacular. Resolution number 3, train for the game that you play, not the player that you wish you were. And I know this one's a tough one to hear because I've had this specific conversation with many of my players. So many players go into training and they're working on things that don't actually apply to their position. Now, a few examples I've seen is defensive mids training like wingers, strikers training like they're center mids, or goalkeepers training like they're a field player. Because the fastest way to stall your progress is to train like somebody that you're not. Let's be honest, we all have capabilities, we all have limits. Know who you are, know what you're good at, and train in a way that it applies to what you actually do in a game. Ultimately, the fastest way to grow as a player is to own your strengths and aggressively fix your weaknesses. Now, here are 3 practical steps for how you can actually do this in a game. Number 1, identify your role. What are you? Are you a center mid? Are you a fullback? Are you a winger? Or are you a striker? Number 2, identify 3 demands of that role. What are 3 things that you actually have to excel at to do your job well in a game? And number 3, here's where so many players miss it, but it's so simple. Train for those demands so you can actually improve in game. Do these 3 things and you'll start to see results. Resolution number 4, stop waiting to be motivated. As a coach, motivation is one of the words that I hate to hear more than almost anything else, because if you're waiting on motivation, it means you need something external to impact you and make you go and do something. The best players that I have trained, the best players that I've coached, and the ones that have gone on to the next level aren't the ones that constantly talked about motivation. They're the ones that showed up on the tough days, the dirty days, the ones where they're exhausted from a training or a game the day or the night before. They're consistent and they always show up. See, most players have it all wrong. They look for motivation to give them the energy to go and make progress. But motivation is what comes after progress. If you're consistent, showing up day after day, that is going to motivate you because results will start to come. You'll see a slight improvement in your weak foot and then you'll be motivated to go and work harder and harder. So remember, motivation is not something that you can rely on. It's something that comes from being consistent and making progress. And a few simple ways to find this consistency that'll ultimately give you motivation is to just have a schedule. Make a schedule and say, on these days, non-negotiable, I'm going to go outside, or I'm going to go in my basement or in my garage, and I'm gonna work on a couple different things. Add in a consistent warm-up and add in post-training reflection, and you've got a schedule set. And if consistency is something that you constantly struggle with, go ahead and hit subscribe. That's exactly what we talk about here. Now lastly, resolution number 5, detach your identity from results. I saved the best for last. This one's huge, especially for young players. If your confidence rises and falls based off of goals you score, assists you have, tackles you put in, or minutes given to you by a coach, you're an emotional quicksand. You're going to be in this vicious cycle of emotional ups and downs, relying on a coach to pick you or to give you minutes, or teammates to help you out, and you're never going to be able to build that consistency because you're going to be so up and down. And one of the biggest things that players need to understand is that development is not linear. It's not a constant trend in an upward direction. You're going to have ups and then you're going to have downs, but you're going to trend in the right direction when you get over those hills, through those valleys, ups and downs. Regardless of what's going on, keep on working and you're going to be going in the right direction. So in 2026, judge yourself on effort, preparation, and improvement, not just results. If you take nothing else from this video, remember this: 2026 will not reward wishful thinking. It'll reward consistent effort. So take action and pick 1, 2, or 3 of these resolutions and commit to them. Do not give up. Comment below your 2026 resolution and hit subscribe if you're serious about getting better. I'll catch you in the next video.